Disappointment.
What did you do well enough, Wayne, today?
Well, if you look at the context of the game, we competed great. We just don't execute well enough.
Wayne, how are you feeling at half time?
Oh, not happy.
And how come you bought Kev Browning this week?
Well, we thought we needed to do a little something more in our halves. Yeah. So it's kind of an experiment at the moment, trying to get it worked out. Sitting them on the bench, you never, they don't learn anything on the bench. You don't see what they can do. So
overall, from this tournament, are you happy with the halves you've chose, or for next year's World Cup, we're going to look a bit further afield, maybe some lads who qualified through NRL like Hodgkinson and Austin? I know we spoke about before the tournament. I think that's going to be something we should look at now.
Yeah, I'm not in a real good state of mind to make that decision right now. So be somewhere down the track if I.
Given that you did change the halves again, Wayne, and in the context of Friday night and Roug's performance for Scotland, given that Rough is as English as the Queen, did he enter into your thoughts before the tournament?
The halves weren't the problem today, guys. So you can keep going in that path if you want to, but it wasn't the halves.
Did he ever come into your consideration, Wayne?
They told me he was eligible for Scotland, so.
What was the problem? It wasn't the halves.
Well, it was our inability to continually maintain pressure and not execute well enough, like not finding the sideline on 2 occasions, and which is pretty important in any context, let alone playing the best team in the world. And then the stupid penalties that we continually give away, and when we've done something really good, like on their try line we lost the ball, we gave a penalty away, and by the time that was over we'd given up 2 points. We did the same again, we dropped our second ball for the game, and by the time that was over we'd given 3 penalties away, and we were 6 points we'd given up, so there was 8 points just, and we had them on their line, and you can't do that against quality footy teams. It just doesn't happen. But
Well, from what you've seen, do you think England are capable of winning the World Cup next year?
England are very capable of being a lot better than what they are right now. I know that much, and they're a better team than they're a lot closer than all of you in this room probably realise. But until we get these little problems out of the road, and that's manifested by their club football. I saw the same guys doing the same thing this year in their club football. They get away with it at that level. You can't get away with it at this level, and that's the difference. Not commitment, not effort, not guys trying hard, not guys with good skills. We scored a couple of wonderful tries there today. Defended at different times really, really well. It's all there. It's just as I said, they've just got to clean their act up about the things. They've got to understand what beats them. They think the opposition beats them, but they don't.
Do you think we play too much domestic rugby in the UK? We should play some more international games and cut out a number of games down.
Well, we do need to play more internationals. We're not, that's their challenge. We're doing a few things next year that'll help a little bit, but the Australians got such an advantage because of their origin. That's all the things that you see them do out there today. They learn that in that environment they play in. And England doesn't have that. So we need to play more Australian games. We need to play more against the Kiwis than we even do now, so we can hone our skills and get better under pressure. But there's only so much you can do at train. There's only so much you can do about talk.
It's about playing at that level.
Yeah, well, they're playing Samoa in May next year in Australia, so Samoa's certainly starting to become an emerging force, so that'll be good for us. We're doing a pre-season camp, and that'll help us. So.
We need that for World Cup preparation.
Yeah, we do. Well, this was all about the World Cup coming this year and to get ourselves sorted out for next year. So I've learned a lot here since I've been here with them, but I've learned they're a good group of blokes, try really hard, got a great attitude, good to be around. Their on-field and off-field behaviour is excellent, so they're a pleasure to be a part of.
Have you enjoyed it with the boys? Because I know that the sport really early you is a
I have enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it immensely with them. Yeah, it's been a pleasure to be in. It's what makes me more frustrated than ever, or not so much frustrated today. More anger in my case because they're not really showing you how good they can be, and I'm disappointed for them.
Would you like to see more of your players in the NRL then?
No, the NRL won't fix the problems. No, quality players here, and we just got to get better in some areas.
Wayne, is the job tougher than you thought it would be when you took charge of stuff?
No, it's probably a bit easier than I thought it would be. I thought I would have a lot more issues to deal with, but I don't, because of their behaviour, their discipline. The club coaches here have done a good job with them in lots of areas. They know how to train properly and well. And,
Wayne, are these problems insurmountable or not in terms of the World Cup next year?
they're insurmountable if they don't change it. If they don't have a change of attitude in that change room. Yeah, if they don't buy into what I know works, and I know it won't work any other way. So,
What do you mean by that, Wayne?
what do you mean?
What change of attitude is needed?
Well, if they don't recognise that's what's beating them, and then change their behaviour, change their attitude, then they've got to change their behaviour, their physical behaviour on the field. So we'll all know that next year when I watch them play. I'll know anyway what I'm seeing and what I'm not.
Will you relay those thoughts on what they do at club level to their coaches?
I don't come here and talk about something that I wouldn't tell them.
I mean, to their coaches at club level, they're the ones who really challenge.
No, well, they're not. Their coaches wouldn't. Their coaches, obviously, you know, like me, they suffer as a result of the things that they do, but they get away with it at this level because it's not as intense and the competition's not as great, you know. So playing Australia, you just don't get away with it, and that's what happened today. Happened against New Zealand.
But all the clubs have got to buy into what you're saying if they want anyone to prosper.
Oh, I'm not trying to get the clubs to buy anything. I want the players to buy into it.
Well, Anderson will be helping with that. Like obviously being based over here by now and helping the boys.
Well, I hope so. That'll be one of his jobs, and they're going to do some training through the year as well. So, you know, but they're not only English-based players that've got the problem. I mean, you know, Sam gives away far too many penalties. Okay, and I'll be quite candid with you, and he does it at South Sydney as well. So he needs to change his behaviour.
Wayne, some seem to show his frustrations after that incident. I mean, do you think we perhaps didn't see the best of Burgess during this tournament?
No, I thought he was pretty good, Sam. I've got no complaints with Sam.
The things that you need to change that you talked about here, is that the sort of thing that you'll have enough time with those players to be able to ensure that it happens? Is it something?
No, I won't. That's what I'm saying. The onus is on them. Okay? I'm not going to be coaching them only twice next year for short periods of time, so they've got a whole season in front of them. They've got to make those changes, as I said. They've got to. I can't do that.
So
They know what they are.
I think there's a lot of being positives. And obviously some of the new boys coming in. Who's really impressed you? Who you brought into the squad?
Oh, I think Lomax has been, you know, really, really good. Well, they've all been good. Look, you know, I'd love to tell you that they had a couple of duds there, but you haven't. They've got lots of talent, and I'd love to say that they can't play, but they can play. So that's not our problem. Our problem is to learn to compete under pressure at this level and execute your plays and do the things that make you good and not beat yourself, you know. If we were not beating ourselves, we got another problem. But
Frank in New Zealand play next week. We're going to have.
oh, of course they got hope. They all play in the NRL, so. But Australia were very good today, very clinical. But I knew that was going to happen. Even you know, if you just spent 30 years head coach, so kind of know how it works. They were clinical and really good and on their game. And we were good in so many areas, but not good enough.